Welcome back to Rock Resurgence Radio. Today we're cranking up the hairspray and leather pants for a new feature we call Retro Review.
That's right, we're diving headfirst into the 80s with one of the most iconic albums of the decade, Ratt's Out of the Cellar.
This album is the soundtrack to countless teenage rebellions and hairbrush microphones. Let's see if it still holds up after all these years.
We're going to be talking about the big hits, the deep cuts, and whether this album still rocks as hard as we remember. So grab your favorite can of hairspray and let's get this party started.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Resurgence Radio. It is officially Season 2. All right, this is great. We made it through one season. We're going to do a second season. And, if we keep going, let's get to 25.
Right.
I don't know, maybe. Anyways, in the beginning, it kind of told you we have this new feature called Retro Review, and that is what we're going to do today. And I'm going to hand it over to Chris because he picked this band, and I'm going to let him talk about it.
All right, today we're going to talk about Ratt, Out of the Cellar. This was, if you go back to Season 1, our very first episode, we talked about the albums that made us get into this kind of music, and this was my pick. And Chad picked these guys, actually. I think it was, right? You picked Shout at the Devil, and I picked this album.
Shout at the Devil.
So we're just going to do a review of this album like it just came out. Or obviously it didn't. But we're going to talk about each and every song on the album. We're going to give each track a rating from 1 to 10 maybe and pick out our 3 favorite tracks. And then at the end, little bonus for you. I'm going to bring up a album that I think you should go out and pick up. And the album that I'm going to pick has something to do with Ratt.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll start it off with, I'll do a little bit of quick history on Ratt. Actually, I'll do a quick history on this album, not necessarily Ratt, but Out of the Cellar debut studio album came out in 1984. We got Robin Crosby on guitars, also known as King Crosby. Stephen Pearcy, the lead vocalist. Warren DeMartini, the lead guitar. Juan Crucier, the bass player. And Bobby Blotzer was the drummer on this album. Now, they did have an EP, which stands for Extended Play, that came out prior to this, and one of the songs on there, Back for More, was on that too. They retooled that song for this album, and I think they did a great job.
I think they did too.
This album was huge. This album, to me, again, was the one that got me into this kind of music. I think I heard Round and Round on the radio. There's a couple of hits on this, which of course includes that one. And a couple of hidden gems too.
For sure.
Definitely their most successful album came out on February 17th of 1984. Boys were from Los Angeles, California. You got anything else to add to this guy before we start talking about the tracks?
I remember this early on as well, and you are definitely correct in saying Round and Round was on the radio. It was on quite a bit, and I think I told a story about this in the first season about how me and my brother Harvey were going out to golf, and it came on the radio just as we were going to leave the vehicle, and he was going to turn it off, and I about killed him.
You didn't let him shut it off.
No, I had to finish it off because, back then, you don't catch them on the radio that often. So I really wanted to listen to the whole song, and he thought it was garbage. So that's that.
One last thing, you'll notice the model on the front is Tawny Katane.
I did not know that until you told that in Season 1.
Okay, and she was, at the time, dating Robin Crosby. Of course, she's most famous for the Whitesnake videos.
Yep, crawling on the cover of the Jaguar and making out with David Coverdale.
Passed away a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just a couple years ago, but recently. Anyway, rest in peace, Tawny Katane. So,
yes.
Side 1, first song, Wanted Man. Great opener. I think we should give it a little bit of a listen.
Absolutely.
And then chat about it.
I will honestly say that the drums and stuff when this kicks in is just freaking cool.
All right. Let's have a quick listen.
totally sound like electric drums.
Yeah. Big stadium sound, like opening drums. The scream from Stephen Kersey.
Yep.
Guy's got a really unique voice.
He does, for sure.
We can leave it right there.
Yeah.
I love the by this rope you will hang to your neck from this rat gang. Like
Yep.
they're kind of introducing themselves, and this was
Right.
this was it. I mean, this was the first song on the album, and just a really good start to the album.
Very good start. And another thing I'm going to mention is just the sound of this album sounds really good. The guitar's got a really good sound. The drums got a really good sound. His voice sounds great. Yeah, it's just it's one of those albums that, you know, who produces.
Beau Hill, if I'm not mistaken.
Produced by Beau Hill. Man, it just sounds really, really, really good. And you'll notice that if you put it in the car stereo or anything like that, it's a good sounding album. But yeah, it's definitely got to be electric drums, the way they sound. I don't know how to do it, but if you've ever heard a electric drum versus an acoustic drum, like for example, Def Leppard,
Okay.
electric drums, almost predominantly.
Yeah.
You know, when his first couple albums, they were acoustic drums, the regular normal drums. What you would say is normal drum is an acoustic drum.
Sure.
And then they look like just little black pads. That's electric drums. And they're synthesized sounds through an amp. So, but I swear that sounds like electric drums. Sorry, didn't mean to go into a music lesson.
Going off on a tangent a little bit, not really, but you think it is? You would bet money on that? Or?
I would bet money on it. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder if anybody knows out there. You know,
somebody does.
Somebody does.
Bobby Blotzer
knows for sure.
Yeah. I guess, you know, and maybe if it showed on the video too, you could tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was kind of in the 80s is kind of when those things kind of became popular.
Well, I've seen them drum pads that you literally would sit on the desk and they would be this thick and that big. You're talking about those?
Yep. It's just like a whole set of them, just like you normally set up your drums.
Yeah.
You'd set them up and just play them and then you tune them through the amp or give them a different sound and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of cool. But I think it is electric drums a lot on this album, and nothing wrong with that. It sounds freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And Tawny Katane looks amazing as well.
Yeah, and I think she was in the video for this song too, if I remember right. This was one of the I don't know if there was 2 or 3 videos from this, but anyway, that was one of them for sure.
For sure.
And this was a minor hit, I would guess.
Yep.
I'll look at it real quick just to see.
And I think, I mean, and if this isn't in your record or collection or your library, you're going to need to get it because there is 0 bad songs. There's one that I'm not particularly crazy about, but I mean, pretty much 8s, 9s, and 10s all the way through. And I'm already seeing about 4 or 5 10s.
Yeah, second biggest hit on the album, actually reaching only number 87 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Really?
Yeah.
What did Round and Round get to then?
Well, we'll get to that, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's finish up with Wanted Man. What do you think on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's a 10er for me.
It is, huh?
Yep.
I love Ratt. When people gun to my head, who's your favorite band? These guys have a spot in my heart for it. So sometimes I say, I think it's Ratt. And that is a solid tune. That's a 9 for me.
9 for you. Not a bad
It's
start.
not quite a 10 for me, but it's damn close. And on a certain particular day, maybe it's a 10, but today it's a 9.
Okay, moving on. Number 2, a little song called "You're in Trouble."
Yeah, great tune. Let's give it a quick listen, and we'll talk about it while we listen to it.
Ooh, we're in the jungle. I do remember this beginning. It's kind of cool.
I think it sounds like it's in the sewer, like a rat, like you're underground in the sewer, like a rat would be.
That could be.
Yeah. It's like a rat screeching,
Good bass line.
floating around on a turd. Turn it up just a little bit for.
Oh yeah, this album sounds so good. I love it.
Let it get into the chorus for the second time. I really like the chorus in this song, and I never really noticed it so much of the big bass drums. On this track.
Yeah, it sounds good, and that bass line at the beginning is pretty cool too. Very, very good song. If I was going with a number on that one, I would think I would give that a solid. It's not a 10 for me, but it's close. I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. Actually, I thought when I was giving Wanted Man a 9, I was thinking, man, You're in Trouble's coming up next. I really like that song. I think that might be a 10 for me. But as I just listened to it back, it's not quite a 10.
Not quite a 10.
As a matter of fact, it's not even quite a 9. It's an 8. But I do, and we'll talk about this as the album rolls on for sure. The fact that these guys have pretty much two lead guitarists, with Crosby and Warren DeMartini. Now, DeMartini's the more technical guy, right? And I guess, usually you get a band like this, a 5-piece, and they got a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist. But these guys almost play dual lead.
They do on some songs, yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I would give the nod to DeMartini as being better.
Yeah, and he got more of the credit. For sure.
Yeah. And it's one thing you'll notice about Ratt albums, they may have a few songs that kind of have simple riffs and stuff, but not very many, man. You listen to their music, the riffs are really tough. Like it's not on this album, but like Lay It Down is really tough. Round and Round has really got a lot more to it than that meets the eye,
Right.
So you'll notice that as we go along, just listening to the guitar, you're going, holy shit, he's playing some stuff there.
Yeah.
So really good leads.
Yeah, awesome
solos.
Start to the album.
Yes.
Side A.
Yep.
Side 1, I guess they would call it.
Yep.
Round and Round is the big single, and that's coming up next.
That is next. Round and Round. Yep. And this song is very, very good. And everybody and their dog has heard this song.
Yeah, they've used it on, recent commercials.
Yeah, they had what was that commercial? Where rat?
Yeah,
we have a rat problem.
You have a rat problem. Yeah, I don't know. Is it an insurance company?
Yeah, like Geico or something.
Yeah, clever.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs being used, I forgot to mention "Wanted Man." When I was looking at where it finished on the charts, that was in the movie Weird Science too.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
if you remember that or not, but
Kelly LeBrock?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember it.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So we talked about this song charting out of the Round and Round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
where did it
you
finish on the charts? So it was a single, was released pretty much right away with
it
the
had to
album.
get up there pretty high, I would think.
Chart number 12.
Number 12.
Yep, number
That
4 in the
is
mainstream rock, but Hot 100, 12 is the number.
that's not bad. That's very respectable for a band of with the name of Ratt.
Yeah, and there wasn't a lot of this kind of music, at least there wasn't that I knew of at the time. Now going back to 1984, we can find a ton of hair band albums or hard rock albums
Yep, that
that
was
we
the
went
year
back
of
and
Jump and
yeah.
Panama and yep. So there was some other stuff that was on the radio. You gonna listen to that one a little bit,
Oh
or are we
yeah,
gonna?
they're definitely unique. Yeah, let's give it a whirl here.
Out on the streets, that's where we'll meet. You make the night, I always cross the line. Tighten our bells, abuse the cells.
Can't help but picture the video in my head.
You on your shell, another day, some other way. We're gonna go, but then we'll see you again. I've had enough, we've had enough. Call in vain, she said. I knew right from the beginning that you would end up winning. I knew right from the start.
Like that little guitar. This right here.
Yeah,
There's always little licks and stuff like that being thrown in, which makes it difficult.
Find a way, just give it
yeah.
time.
When
Round and round, what comes around goes around.
the band, the band in the bar plays this song, they're probably not hitting all those little.
Probably not unless they're a very good band.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of intricate stuff in that, like being played there. But they do have two guitars, so one guy's probably playing one part of that intricate part, and then the other guy's playing the other intricate. But if it's a one guitar player band, he better be somebody like Nuno or
yeah.
Eddie Van Halen or somebody of that to get all that
Nuance
into
in there.
yeah, get all the notes in there that they're playing. Yeah. See, I mean, it sounds like a fairly easy song. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's just the bass stuff, but all the stuff he's playing over top of it and the little runs and stuff, it's tough. Believe me, I tried to learn it one time on guitar, and I'm like, yeah, I got tired after about 20 minutes. I went, too difficult.
I know there's ways to, with all the technology that there is these days, and like these were recorded, like when we record our episodes, we have 2 tracks,
Right,
well 3 with the video. We got a video track, we got 2 audio tracks.
right.
However many tracks they use to record this album,
Yeah.
where you can take and listen to just that track, like just the vocal track,
Right.
or just the guitar track. That'd be kind of fun to listen to.
Yep.
Just like say Warren DeMartini's part, just see what he's
Right.
playing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And Stephen Pearcy, not a crooner by any
No,
stretch,
No, not even
but
close.
super unique. And
You know it's him.
yeah, there isn't anybody that sounds like him that I can think of.
No, and I was watching. Remember that I sent you a thing and said, "Hey, you got to check out this channel on YouTube. It's called Skolix."
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, he's got a bunch of videos that, and my friend was going to check to see if, like, he has a lot of live footage, concert footage of, like Cinderella and stuff like that, and Tom Kiefer, and he's got some Ratt, and there was one part where it was Bobby Blotzer's Ratt, and they had a guy singing. And yeah, I mean, he did good. He was a good singer.
Okay, so it
but
was,
it's just not. It's not
Yeah.
Stephen Pearcy, because he's just got a different voice. And it's funny because when it was actually Ratt, Stephen Pearcy was going up and singing with Warren DeMartini next to him, so they were both using the same mic, and it was weird to hear. It was hard to hear his. I don't know how his gritty voice, and then he would sing like in a lower voice, and then you're like, wow. I mean, how does he even get that voice? I would like the what's her name?
oh, you're talking about the
Charismatic something.
charismatic voice.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be awesome if she did his voice,
Yeah, it would be.
because it's just so different, and how he makes that sound. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's definitely different. So
interesting. So round and round, scale of 1 to 10.
scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that one a 9er.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like
It would have been a 10 100 years ago when it came out, but I've just heard it so many times.
Yeah.
It's lost a little bit of its luster.
I think just because it was the biggest single on the album, I have to give it a 10, and I have to think back to when I first heard it.
Yep.
And that's where I'm going with my 10. But the reason why it's a 9, or possibly a 9, is just because it's you're so familiar with it.
Right.
You've heard it so many times. It's overplayed. It's on the Geico commercials.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But if you were just picking this up, well, of course you are picking this up in the first place because you heard that song on the radio.
Right.
So
For sure.
I got to give it a 10.
Yeah, and if I use that, if I go back to 84, whenever this came out, when I got it, it would be a 10, because it was the first song. It was the reason I bought the album. So yes, it would have been a 10. Just today for me, it's lost just a little bit because I've heard that one so much. There's going to be some other 10s on here
Yeah.
that probably, because I don't listen to them as much, and I think they're stronger.
Yeah, I think that maybe when we pick we're going to pick our 3 favorites or whatever at the end. I might give you my 3 favorites then and my 3 favorites now, just to make it kind of fun.
Yeah. There
Anyway,
you go.
Let's move on to In Your Direction.
Freaking love this song.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, that's going to be a 10.
We don't
From
even
this
have
guy?
to listen to it.
Oh no, we got to listen to
We
it.
got to listen to it. Okay, let's
The
hear it.
guitar riff is just cool. Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. You ready?
Yep. Yeah, the guy
It's in
kicked
behind.
in.
Yep. I like that part right there. When it just kind of shifts gears and
Yep.
what they call that.
There's one guitar just holding a note, and the other guy's doing the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hear
it's
that?
cool. Yeah.
This has a good crunch to it.
Mhm.
And I like the vocal coming up on this song too.
Well, I saw the time closing. You said you're leaving me, and 'cause with your perfection, well, said it's right to believe. Well, minutes and days, you
Minutes
slowly
and days?
pass. I'm not waiting for you. You turn me round in your direction. I'm looking for you. Yeah.
Can't help
You
it.
steer me
I know.
away
I gotta match that up.
That's okay.
in your direction.
So good.
Pull me
Yeah.
away.
It's super hard to not try to sing along, and I
I-
sing for shit. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get drunk once in a while and pretend I can,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever. But
Everybody's done karaoke. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we were talking about this before we started shooting this episode. That we on the last few episodes that I've edited up, we've cut out our talking behind the song, just let the song play. Got a comment from one of Chad's good friends,
Yep.
that we should talk more about the song as it's playing.
Right.
Problem is the way I edit things in. I put the song in, so A, it sounds better, but B, well, I got two. Like I said, we got 3 tracks: the video, the 2 audio tracks. But I'm using up all of our open audio tracks to record, and I'll figure out a way to do it better. But I drop in the song when we were talking about it's so hard to sing, not to sing along or even move your lips to the music. I
Right.
got to try to sync that up when I put it in.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that for this episode.
Yes, and he's going to figure out
a
a
better
different way to
next
do it
time.
too. As far as that song goes, I already said I'm a 10 on that one.
Okay. Well, I'll just go with you. 10.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
Next song.
Yeah. She Wants Money.
She Wants Money.
Quick change.
Yep. And this is when I said there's one song that I wasn't crazy about. This is the one that I don't know why. I can't tell you. Maybe I'll turn it on and it's just fan-freaking-tastic and I give it a 10. I don't think that's going to happen. But
I really like this song.
I like all the songs, but that's my least favorite on the album.
The song has a certain like pacing to it that I like.
Yeah.
Like the last song, it had the crunchy guitars and the cool riffs and the
Yeah, it's so fun to listen to it on
unique
these
vocal.
headphones because the one you can hear the separate guitars because one isn't playing and then all of a sudden you hear him kick in and and he's got the chuggy rhythm behind and I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, and I don't know that this is my version that I ripped right off of CD probably.
Yep.
I had this on cassette. My daughter, I think, bought this for me on vinyl, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then of course so I have probably owned 3 to 4 copies of this album. I ripped this album into iTunes Match. I wonder if there's a remastered version of it that would even sound better. I'm gonna check that out, but
Maybe. I didn't rip mine.
We were 10s on Any Direction. Let's listen to She Wants Money. See if I can change your mind. We didn't do a lot of talking over the song on that one, but
well, that's okay. We don't have to do that over everyone. Yeah, it's a good song. I just think the whole "She Wants Money" gets said so much in this song. That's what I don't like. That's what I remembered when I got into it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I don't like. They say that a ton, and that's the reason why I don't like it. But it's it's still probably. Am I feeling generous?
I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, I think it's an 8 probably.
So it's funny you mentioned that about the chorus being repetitive or whatever. Well, sure. But as I'm playing the song, I was just thinking that exact same thing. Maybe so up until the chorus, I was like, I'm loving this song a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't have the same exact feelings you do towards the chorus being too repetitive, but I totally get it. But I was loving everything right up until the chorus. Like I was really digging the groove and the I don't know what you call it, vocal style of that song. It's
his phrasing, the way he sings.
Yeah, phrasing's a good word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, But it's one thing you'll notice about Ratt as a band is the way he phrases his lines and stuff is pretty cool. It's a little bit different than everybody.
You know, I'd said my daughter's bought me a lot of vinyl. This one I remember where I got it, and this gives it away. The Japanese thing. I got it from it was a White Elephant Christmas gift from when I worked at Night Train Pizza. We exchanged, and somebody had to buy me a gift. Well, this Dennis Mikula, who's one of our subscribers, I think.
Okay.
He's in this really heavy band called Ghost Bath. So if he's watching, just a shout out to him.
Cool.
So I know he bought this for me. And I remember him talking to me like we had this whole, just kind of like we're doing right here, talking about hair metal. We're all talking about hair metal, and he's not a big hair metal guy. He's more into the really harder, I don't know what you call it, maybe death metal kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I thought, gosh, the more we talk about this, he's asking me what some of my favorite bands are, and like he's going to go home and check these out. And I'm really thinking I'm getting to him. And all he was doing was fishing to find out who my favorite bands were. So he knew what gift to get me. But anyway, super cool gift. And
yeah,
this has got the lyrics in English on the back, which is kind of neat too. I don't know if any of the other liner notes had lyrics for these tracks, but
that's cool.
She Wants Money. You gave it an 8. Did I give it a score yet?
You didn't.
8.
Okay.
I like it a lot though.
Yep.
But I think that's the worst score I've given, maybe. But
yeah, well, now we move on to side 2.
Flip it over.
Yeah, we flip over the cassette or the album, or just
keep going on the CD.
Yeah.
Track number 6.
Track number 6 is called Lack of Communication. And this song is freaking awesome.
Yeah, when we listen to this at the beginning, you're going to hear some, I don't know if you hear him, is he maybe tuning his guitar a little bit, or he's just there's a little stutter where he hits his guitar.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I do.
But it's super cool.
Yeah, and once I hear it, I'll know what he's doing. But yeah, this is one of the coolest riffs ever, and it seems pretty easy. It is fairly easy, but the way he makes it sound, or they make this sound on this album, just makes it fucking want to rage a little bit. It's just like I always like to say, it kicks you right in the teeth and doesn't apologize.
All right, you hear it?
Yeah.
All right. Just slide on the string there. Right?
Just let us have.
Okay. There's some chatter in the background. I don't know if you'll pick it up in the episode, but I'm just getting ready to record or whatever.
And it's the tone of these guitars that make this riff sound so good.
Good. Cool too.
Excellent song right there.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Some of the lyrics I've probably been singing wrong my whole life in my head, but it's kind of neat to look at the.
I don't even want to look because I'm just singing what I'm singing.
Keep singing it the way you're singing it.
Yep, I'm singing it the way I'm singing it, and I'm also giving that. If I could give it an 11, I would give it an 11.
That's strong words from Chad over there.
It just pumps me up, that song.
Yeah, I dig it too.
It's fucking awesome, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, it's a 10 for sure.
Yep, 10.
Nothing more to say.
Nope.
back for more.
Back for more. And like Chris said, they had a version of this on the EP that they did. And they kind of polished it up and made it a little more rocking.
Yeah, a little
Sounds,
heavier.
Yep, sounds a little better. It's a little heavier. But like I was saying, I mean, that lack of communication, I can play that on guitar. It sounds nothing like that
Yeah,
because it's the tone of their guitar.
and you can't get that.
I can't get that tone. I don't know what they're using for pedals and stuff like that, but it's just got a fucking good sound.
Yeah. Is that
There's certain tones that I really, really like. Like this album is one of them. I like the guitar tone on this. On Dawkins, Under Lock and Key. I love that tone that George Lynch has. There's just certain albums that the guitar just sounds so damn good. And you wish you could do that. And there are these modeling amps that have these programmed in, or you can actually hook your amp up to a computer, and it will. You can download that tone, and I have that amp. I just haven't done it yet, so I could get that sound. It's just a matter of going on there and getting Robin Crosby's tone off of that album.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting, the technology that there is these days.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you can just about get anybody's tone.
And this
that's
was
pretty close.
Legit. This is the 40th anniversary this year of this album. That's 40 years ago.
I know, we're old, dude.
Some of the guys, we know one of the guys is dead.
Yeah, that wasn't because of age, though.
No, it wasn't.
Was that drugs?
AIDS, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, and it was, probably had something to do with drugs. Could have had something to do with
alcohol.
Unprotected sex or whatever.
Yep.
Which, sure, there was a ton of that going around, but.
Yep, for sure.
Cool tune.
Cool tune.
We both gave it 10s.
We gave it 10s, and we were just kind of talking about Back for More. Kind of got sidetracked, as we do.
Well, let's give Back for More a listen.
Let's do it.
This could be another 10.
It is, for sure. Just the way it fucking kicks in with the
bomb. Yeah.
No, with the distortion guitars.
Yeah.
And they still got the acoustic there. Big sound.
Yeah.
Again with the phrasing. I like how he phrases in this song.
Chills right there. Just thinking how much I like this song.
Yeah.
We could listen to the whole thing, but we better cut it short.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy cat.
No question about it.
Nope.
I love the lyrics. You turn them away, you tell them you're mine. You make them believe you're a one of a kind. You give them a cold rub, you tell them a lie. You turn them away, girl. You know you're mine.
And you're back.
And you're back. Yes.
Good.
Love it. Yeah, I
know.
love that song. 10.
10.
Easy.
10. Easy 10.
Easy.
This is why we do this shit, man. We get to go back and listen to stuff that we haven't listened to in a while, and it's like sometimes it's just like the first time you heard it, or you, all of a sudden you're in the backseat of so and so's car listening to this song, and boom, boom,
yeah, it takes you right back there.
It does. A great example of this is funny. I just kind of recently started getting back into this group, and that's Autograph. and they didn't have their stuff on Apple Music, so I had to go out and buy the CDs and then rip it onto my Apple Music. And every single time I hear Turn Up the Radio, I'm back in the back seat of Jeremy Hagness's 1970 Nova, blue in color, had the, I don't know, some sort of Krakow speakers. They were like they kind of formed a teepee in the back with the speakers pushing forward. And as soon as I hear that song, that's what I see and that's what I feel. That's where I'm at for the briefest time.
I should
It's
have had.
crazy.
I'm old. Should have grabbed my readers. Curious, who does most of the songwriting on these? Can you see?
Crosby, Piercy,
So pretty collaborative effort. It's not just one guy.
and I don't know who this guy is. And it's DeMartini, Piercy, Crosby, DeMartini, Piercy, Crosby, Piercy, Crucier. Crucier wrote "She Wants Money."
Yeah.
Crucier, Piercy, Crosby, DeMartini, Piercy, Crosby, and Crozier.
So they have a pretty good.
Yeah, so everybody
Yeah.
writes a little bit.
Except for maybe Blotzer, the drummer.
Blotzer didn't write shit. And there's something on this Wanted Man. I can't read that.
Oh, Christoph. Yeah.
Cristo Fanelli.
Yep, that's. I saw that in the wiki.
I don't
You
know
keep
who that-
talking about what do we got up next?
Up next is The Morning After.
Yeah, this one might be a bit of a hidden gem on this one as far as I'm
Oh my
concerned.
God. Yeah.
I don't think it gets enough credit.
This ain't the only one.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so Wanted Man it was, right? That was written.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull that back up because I saw that name
Whatever that
that
name
you're
is.
talking about. Where there it is. Okay. Wanted Man. Just for background context. Song was written in an abandoned building, by a guitarist, Warren DeMartini, and former bassist Joey Cristofanilli. Cristofanilli?
Yeah.
Squatting in on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. The riff was Cristofanilli's idea. On the lyrics, singer Stephen Piercy said, "Everybody wants to be a cowboy, right?" That's the whole premise of that. So
Cool.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he was a former bassist before they made it big, obviously.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to The Morning After.
Yeah, let's hear this one. Huh?
Yep.
Listen to it real quick, and then
Yep.
we'll talk about it while it plays too.
Another cool riff. He's definitely got some electric drums in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think I'm kindly, simple, not seen. Know what I mean? Say I'm deliberate, listen here, please. It's what you need, so I'm here tonight. You won't confuse me with somebody else. Look in your mirror, you're too good for yourself. It's all in your books, your magazines. Can you see? I'll be heading out in time. If it's wrong or right, I'll leave the morning after. I'll leave the morning after. Say I'm inviting to somebody else. Know what I mean? I know you'll always be one of my kind. You're on my mind, baby, all the time. Lift your skirt, lady, high in the night. I'm just what you need, won't you give it a try? Don't put up a fight, it's gonna be alright. Can you see? I'll be heading out in time.
All right.
If it's wrong or right, I'll leave the
What you got there?
morning after.
Chad knows a little something on the album cover.
Uses Ludwig drums, but I'm trying to see.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about this song
Yeah.
while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Kind of a hidden gem for me. Really quick pacing to start. I like it. The lyrics, I don't know. I'm just looking at the lyrics on this liner notes. It says all lyrics transcribed by Linda Henrik, and I don't know if she got them all right. This song, you think you're kindly, simple, not seen. Know what I mean? Say I'm delivering sign here, please. I thought it was say I'm deliberately sent here to please, but anyway. So I don't know if that's right, but anyway, I give that song a 9er.
I'm with you on that one. 9er.
Okay.
Yep.
You find out some stuff about the electronic.
It does kind of mention Bobby Blotcher's electronic / acoustic drum hybrid pin to one Crucier's rock ribbed bass lines made for an impressive sounding rhythm section.
Okay.
So
that kind of confirms what you're saying.
yeah,
At least,
I mean, yep. I know I knew there was some electronic drums in there. They just have a different sound.
Yeah.
So we are moving on to I'm Insane. And who wrote this one? Somebody wrote this by himself. And it's Crosby.
Okay.
He is kind of insane.
Yeah. Should we hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. Only got one left after this. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm off my rocker. I fell out of a tree. I've been standing on shaky ground. There's no helping me, yeah. I can't remember my number. I can't remember your name. I can't remember all the trouble I'm in. Child, well, I'm insane. Well, I'm insane. Well, I'm insane. Well, I'm insane. You don't go looking for trouble.
I'm on the trouble you need.
Right.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That's a 9er for me too.
Gosh, that might be a 10 for me.
The last one's a 10 for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Scene of the crime coming up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I said it might be a 10 for me. I'm insane, but I just was digging it right there. I think
Yeah,
I think
it does.
your 9 probably feels more accurate.
Yeah, and we keep talking about the way he sings his lyrics, it's a little different, it just sounds good.
If I didn't give Wanted Man a 10, I can't give that one a 10 either, because I think Wanted Man's just a little bit better than that
For
song.
sure it is.
So
Yep.
it's a 9er.
9er.
Couple of 9ers.
Let's move on to the last song, which is called Scene of the Crime.
You've been caught. I did.
And I'm just going to throw this out there right now. This is my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
Just throwing that out
Let's
there.
just give it a whirl right away.
Just the guitar work at the beginning. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
One's going dun dun, the other one's doing the high part. There's electronic drums right there.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
I love that line.
I want to rock, but you had to roll.
Yeah.
You had to roll. You broke the law, you see. Oh, it's that part. That's a felony. I love it.
Got
Got me a loaded gun.
You know I'll track you down, and you'll be on the run. No fun. I think you've been caught.
Such a good
Yeah,
song.
I want to keep it playing, but we better
Yeah.
in the interest of keeping the episodes reasonably short.
Under 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
But
better let it
that
go
is
right there.
my favorite song on the album. And I fucking love that song.
I can't fault you for it. It's even I look through the titles and I think right away I can easily pick three songs off of here. Then I see Scene of the Crime and I don't think a lot. Like I don't see that title. It doesn't jump out at me like that's going to be my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
But then I go back and I listen to it and I'm with you like 100%.
It is so good.
I don't know that I'll pick it for my favorite or my
Yeah.
it'll be, well, I won't, I guess we've come to the time,
We've
but I'm
come
going to
to
give
the
it
time.
a 10 for sure.
Yeah, it's a 10 all day, every day.
Twice on Sundays and
Twice on-
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
and Wednesdays. Yeah. I can pick my 3 easy.
Okay, let's have them. Okay, your 3 right now today.
Right now, today. Scene of the Crime. In Your Direction. Oh, and this last one, a little lack of communication.
Okay, so those are your 3 today. When you first bought this album, what were your 3?
My 3 would have been Round and Round, Lack of Communication, and Wanted Man.
Okay, so I'm going to go backwards. When I first got this album, those for sure. Well, no, you said Wanted Man, Lack of Communication,
And Round and Round.
and Round and Round. So then Round and Round, Wanted Man, and Back for More would have been my 3.
Okay.
Now it's Back for More is still there. Scene of the Crime. And the third one is so hard. It's tough. I'm going to go with Lack of Communication as well.
Yeah.
So what 3 did you pick?
I picked Scene of the Crime, Lack of Communication, and In Your Direction, I
Okay,
believe.
so I picked the same except for Back for More.
Yep. Lack of Communication was in both of them.
But
Scene of the Crime, yeah, that was kind of a later on. You know, I was listening to it one day and I just went, holy shit, why this song is freaking awesome. I just couldn't believe how good it was. I just don't know if I ever made it towards the end of the album or I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but
the
for some
reasoning behind it not being your favorite back then?
yeah, I don't know if I ever listened that far or didn't get to that far or
You were drunk
what.
by the time it came on?
I was drunk by the time it come on,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But it is a freaking-tastic song, man.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Underrated by easily.
Yeah. Today for sure it's my favorite song.
All right.
So
wrapping it up, we both obviously love this album a lot.
absolutely. On a 10 scale overall, I would give it a 9.5.
Yeah. It's up there.
It's right up there. I mean, there's really no skippers.
The thing about Ratt is I think their first, I'm going to say 4 to 5 albums, and they don't have a lot more than that, but they're all good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't listen to Infestation, so I can't comment
That's one
on
of
that.
the more newer ones for sure.
But through Detonator, there isn't a bad one out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good.
I like a lot of the newer stuff too. Like Infestation is good, and it kind of does go back a little bit towards the older stuff like this.
And and like he said, he's gonna say something about a different band.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I'm gonna bring up a band that I think if you like this, or when we do these retro reviews, we're gonna maybe you have 1, 2. We could each throw something out that, hey, if you like this, you should go check this out.
Right.
And it might be an old album, it might be a newer one, it might be something obscure, like you said. In my case, and I'm gonna talk about it.
Yours is a little obscure.
Yeah, it's a band that only put out 1 album as far as I know. Excuse me, as far as I know. I'm going to pull it up on my iTunes so I can play one track off of it, just a little bit of one track. And I want to say that they don't remind me a lot of Ratt, like their sound necessarily, but because of Ratt, and the name of the band is Sweet Cheater. And anybody who's a Ratt fan knows that's the name of a song off their EP.
Yep.
Sweet Cheater. It's so instantly, when a band's called Sweet Cheater, I'm going to have to check it out because I think, and I'll put the cover up here for sure for y'all to see, but they look like Ratt. As a matter of fact, I mean, they don't look a ton like Ratt, but they have the same kind of look. When we were talking about Stephen Pearcy and his unique sound, he also has a unique look. Like most of the bands back in the day, the singer was always a blonde, pretty boy.
Yep.
Stephen Pearcy's
dark hair, and he kind of had a little bit
got
of
that. I called it the pirate thing going on.
Yeah, he would have the hair
swashbuckler
that would swoosh over the one eye.
Yeah.
Unique
look. But anyway, the name of the band, Sweet Cheater. The name of their only one album, and I think it came out in 2006. So not all that long ago. I say that, but that was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
This is 40 years ago. But Sweet Cheater, they have quite a few good songs on there if you want to check it out. The name of the album is, did I say the name of the album yet?
Nope.
Eatin' Ain't Cheatin'. Cool name for an album. Song I really love on there is called Summer. Just going to play a quick clip of it. But there's 3, 4, 5 good songs on this album, so check it out. Summer, here we go.
The sound sounds older than 2006.
Yeah. This song makes me think of summer. Like, makes me want to jump in the pool or go to the beach. A gang type vocals. That song was on a TV show or something. Somebody used it soundtrack somewhere.
Not sure, but
heard it before. It's catchy.
It's catchy. Definitely catchy.
And they have other good ones too. That's just the one that kind of stood out for me as being really catchy. And there is something a little bit about his voice that, and maybe it's the phrasing even, that reminds me a little bit of Stephen Pearcy.
Well,
but
what I would say is, okay, so Ratt. If you like Ratt, there's no reason you wouldn't like Arcade.
Oh, easy one. Yep.
Yeah. Stephen Pearcy did his own thing, kind of ventured off, did a side project called Arcade, and he did release, 3, 4, 5 albums.
There was 3 that I know of for sure, and maybe 4. I think, in my Apple Music, I have
3,
but there was an A3 that was alive.
What's a really good one off the first one?
Oh boy, and I think we did do this on season 1. Actually, the first song would be a good one to just kind of give you a little something. But this "Living Dangerously," I think I used that as one of my hidden gem songs on one of our episodes.
I think "Cry No More" is one I'm thinking of.
Really cool way the song starts out, but the album starts out with "Dancing with the Angels," and "Cry No More" is a good one too.
Yeah, play a little bit of "Cry No More."
A little bit of "Cry No More." Okay.
Yep, this is from Arcade.
The debut Arcade. It says it came out in '93. I suppose that sounds about right. Yep. All right, here we go. Is this the one you're thinking of?
Maybe go kicks in a little bit.
Sunday, open my eyes, the skies they turn to gray. I count the years they go so slowly by me. Will I ever see you again? Ooh, it's so
Yeah, good
But,
tune for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
this was the episode we did with Brian from Hairband Basement. Living
Yeah.
Dangerously was the song that I picked.
Oh, yeah, it's a deep cut.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, what can you say? That's his voice. If you like Ratt, you're going to like Arcade.
Yep.
Good stuff.
And I
Well, you know,
Mistakenly, so clearing up a mistake from season 1. I think I did it in the episode or fixed it, but I said that was the first song off the album. I remember walking through the Sam Goody or Music Land, I think it was called, or Disc Jockey was the name of the store in the
Yeah.
mall, and I heard this. They were playing it. I'm like, as soon as I heard this voice,
Man, a cheap, sleazy in Hollywood bungalow. She couldn't decide which way.
I knew it was
oh,
Stephen
yeah.
Piercy, but this was actually the song that was playing as the first song on there. Was different kind of groove. It's kind of cool groove. And so I'm listening to this and I'm like bobbing my head. And then when he starts to sing in this song, I'm like, I gotta have it.
Yeah. Just such a distinctive voice.
Yeah, just that. Oh yeah. I'm like, that sounds like, is this a new Ratt album I don't know about? Anyway, I'll leave it right there. Cool.
Yeah. So that is our first retro review. And might have got a little long-winded, but we do that.
Yeah.
But it's fun to go through these each song and just kind of give you a little taste of it in case you haven't heard it. You know, most of the people who listen to the station, I think, have heard it.
They might not know Sweet Cheater. Most of them probably know Arcade, but maybe not all of them.
Right. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the second season. We're glad to be back at it, and we're going to do some fun things this summer. I'm going to talk to you a little bit here. You know, there's some links in the description. You can pick up some merch. I got some merch on right now. That cup there's a merch. So we got some merch out there. If you enjoy our stuff, we will have the link in there right to our store, and you can check out anything you want. I mean, there's just about anything you want. And if it's not on there, you can ask me and I can see if I can add it in there, because I've done that before. Anyways, and I'm going to let Chris wrap it up here.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us for the first season, and thanks for coming back to us in season 2. Just want you all to, if you haven't already liked, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that, of course, and like, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anybody that will listen to you to check us out. I think we're just going to keep continuing to get better and better. We had a wrap-up episode of season 1, so you go back and find that one and watch it. We maybe got a little long-winded. We talked about some of the fun things we did. We talked about some of the things we screwed up. Talked about what we were going to do for season 2. But yeah, just please like, subscribe, and that's really all I got to say.
All right. Well, it was a fun first episode of season 2, and we appreciate you very, very much. So at that, we're going to sign off and work on the next episode.
Thanks
Bye.
for watching.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed our content. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We'd greatly appreciate it. Links to everything we discussed will be included in episode notes. Feel free to check those out as well. Until next time, stay golden, Pony Boy, and rock on.